an animal here by using that blueprint. So in order to create an object from a class, first we must refer to the name of that class, animal. As you can see, the autocomplete feature of of the Visual Studio helped me to choose this animal class. Why? Because this animal class is inside the namespace of these classes and objects, right? Of this project actually. So animal, and then this is the name of the class, right? So now we must actually give a name to the name of our object. So the name is going to be, for example, lion. This is the name of my object. And I put an assignment operator. So for now, we are just creating a variable of type animal. This means that we are going to have a variable that can only accept a value that is of type animal class. The name of this variable is lion. And I put an assignment operator, right? So after this assignment operator here, I am going to actually create the actual animal object. How? I put new. So new means new. We are going to create a new object, right? New animal. Right? New animal, and then put a pair of parentheses after your animal class here. So this piece of code here is going to actually create the actual animal object. You can see that here, right? And we are going to assign this actual animal object, this new animal here, we are going to assign it to this lion variable, which is of type animal. So now this lion holds this animal object, new animal. In this way, we have actually created a new object of type animal, and the name is lion. So how we can use this object? So let's go back to animal.cs file here, and you can see that we have this variable animal name, right? So I provided some instructions inside this blueprint. I said that, okay, an animal object can have a name. So I can go inside this main class here. You can actually click on it here inside the Solution Explorer. And after creating our animal object here in line number 13, I can actually say lion. I can refer to the name of my variable, which is of type animal. Lion dot. So you can see some methods here. So these methods are actually provided by the Microsoft for us. I'll talk more about this later. I'll talk later when we are actually learning about the inheritance in C#. I'll talk more about these methods and how these methods come from actually the .NET framework. But for now, we want to use our own method that we specified for this animal object. Our own method is what? We actually provided two methods inside the animal class. The first one was actually set animal name, and the second method was get animal name. So let's actually use the get animal name here. So just type in here get, and you can see this method name here, get animal name, and then press on enter key on your keyboard, right? And now I can actually put a pair of parentheses, and because this is actually a method, we must put a pair of parentheses, right? And I put a semicolon here, right? So when I say lion.getAnimalName, it's just gonna return the name of the animal name from this method, because inside this animal class, we said that this method is going to return the name of the animal, right? But inside this main class, when we actually return the name of the animal, we are not storing it somewhere, or we are not printing it to the console. So we can actually store this value, the returned value of this get animal name, to a variable, or we can directly output it to the console. How? So here I can say console dot write line, and inside the parentheses I can just cut this piece of code here, Control X, and paste it here inside the parentheses of this write line method, and put the semicolon at the end of the statement. This is very important. So console.writeLine is going to actually print something to the console, and we'll actually refer to the name of the lion object, this variable that holds this lion this animal object, as you can see here, lion dot get animal name. So now let's run our application and let's see what happens. So in order to run the project, just hold the control key on your keyboard down and then press on F5 key, or you can actually at the top menu, you can actually click on debug and then click on start without debugging. You can see this shortcut here, Control F5. Just click on it. And now it's going to run the project. So it says press any key to continue. As you can see, nothing is outputted to the console. Why? We created the animal object here. We assigned that object to this lion variable, which is of type animal. And then we said that, okay, console.writeLine, lion.getAnimalName.